So we're the most protected people in Europe, you know that? Do you know when you're in the UK, you're the most protected citizen in Europe? Do you remember like 10 years ago they started putting them big barriers in your town and you're thinking, what are they putting these there for? They must be putting them there for ram raiders. It's not. When you're seeing all this going on in Europe, these cars going into people, our government was protecting us from that 20 years ago. But they're protecting us from doesn't feel that way, CLM. They're protecting us from a threat that they brought in, if that makes sense. My son's working in construction industry in Manchester. They said it's a pool. I suppose depends. Everywhere's a soul now. It's what the councils have done, isn't it? On purpose, like the government. What did they call it when they give the power to the local councils? They call this something, and they give all the power to the local councils, but they knew the councils weren't able to pay this, that and the other in the future, and they knew they'd go into bankruptcy, and they knew they'd have the authority to go in and rejig everything the council does. So they've done it with Liverpool. They're currently doing it with Birmingham right now. Deliberately bankrupting the thing, and then going in there and going, this what needs to be done going forward. Now your council's just got to do as they're told. Why? Because the government's 50% in now. So you see when that weren't in position, the central government couldn't really encroach upon the council of the city. Do you understand what I'm saying? There was procedures and all that shite in which they couldn't just go in and take over and say, right now we're in control of your council. So what they done, knowing long term, is like give them out, go on, there's the budget for you look after that. There's the budget for you look after that. Knowing quite well what rates was coming and all this, knowing quite well they wouldn't be able to pay for this, they wouldn't be able to pay for that. Knowing they'd come asking for loans, knowing that we'll get half of that. Now they control the council. So Liverpool Council is controlled by central office. Birmingham Council is now controlled by central office, whereas before it wasn't. Liverpool's controlled because of the corruption under Joe Anderson. That's why they came into us. They never came into us because of the bankruptcy. They came into us because of Joe Anderson. They came in to clear the shit up. Do you understand what I mean? Imagine what they were doing, that Joe Anderson now. It's after, so there would have been evidence everywhere, wouldn't there? Imagine what else one was involved in. I'm not just saying this, you know, people, but it's always played on my mind. Always played on my mind about this cunt, this Joe Anderson. Have you heard the story where Uncle Danny, you heard my story, innit? Where all of a sudden this fella in a suit came into the house waving £50, big baldy headed fella. And we used to call him Uncle Danny. And he went on to do mad shit, you know, with us. I don't know why. I just don't know why. But for some fucked up reason, Joe Anderson keeps on fucking appearing when I think. Honest. That's why I said then, what else was that up to? You know, what was he doing? But that's me in my own life. That's me just trying to find out who Uncle Danny is. You have said that before, mate. That's what I mean. Do you remember that? I probably said it years ago as well about him. I'm sure he might have been the first coming to our house with his £50 notes. You never walk alone, Glasgow boys. Yeah, I've heard you say that. Yes, Kelly Emma. Baby G, baby. What's up, huh?
I was gonna sleep in late.
Bale, she knew. That was a stalker firm, weren't it? He's got some creatures watching him, hasn't he? I'm getting messages off of supporters like they're trying to threaten me, you know, across Facebook and shit. And I go on the profile pictures and I'm just thinking, what the fuck, mate? It's this your crowd, lad. You know, like the scruff on the estate. He's always pissed. Thinks he's one of the boys. I've got them attacking me for him. But that's what happens, you know, when you've got a complete nugget coming at you. It gives all the other complete nuggets the opinion that they can come at you. So now, that little fart who's got no bottle at all has encouraged all the other little farts with no bottle at all to start trying to threaten me over social media. He's probably sent them in, that's his troop. He's probably got a Discord with all pedos and that in it. Yo, pedo fam, target Darren J. Honest to God, I'm not lying, that's what he's like. Secret groups and that. I can get you anything, just go on me Discord, mate. What, you need a gun, you need weed? Yeah, go on me Discord. Weirdo. Like the messaging happens safe. I got out of jail and you go, do you want one of these? Do you want one of them? I'm saying, what is it? Secret messaging app. I said, what does that mean? No one can get on it. I said, what do you mean? It looks like a BlackBerry. Yeah, B&M. He had this BlackBerry and it's meant to be a encrypted thing. And I'm just listening to him. And because I'm on the ball, I know the tactics, the methods, and the technology they've got. Right, so I'm listening to this kid. I've never heard of this before. I'm just thinking, what is that? They can't trace your messages. I'm just looking at him thinking, are you mad? How the f*** someone that designs the product in your hand not be able to get back in it? That's what I think. All the technology you've got in hand, they designed it. Do you think they're even gonna release it to the public if they can't do what they want with it? So now you've got all these big gangsters going on these secret encryption devices. You're meant to be on the ball. You're meant to be clever bastards, mate. Why the you know what? When I was out, you didn't graft with a phone. I've got out, seems like everyone's grafting off a phone. Mad. Mad. Encro chat, that's what it is, yeah? Encro, mate. That's all these big, so-called, sophisticated, clever gangsters jumping on a messaging app. That was... What the what made all yous do that? What convinced yous that an electronic device cannot be monitored? What made you even think that for a minute, mate? You're making millions. Making millions and you just shouldn't be. How the f*** you doing that? Fear? You know, you can be the dumbest in the fuck world, but if you've got enough fear, you can control it. So what did they do? What did the authorities do? What did the CIA do? The owners of WhatsApp act. Oh, WhatsApp's encrypted. WhatsApp's encrypted now. We can't trace your messages and this, that and overnight. Overnight. You had every weed dealer in the city of Liverpool setting WhatsApp groups up to deal weed. Honest to God. Taking pictures of the guns and that, sending it across WhatsApp like it's the Encro chat app. 2 years down the line, your door's coming off its hinges and you're going to jail. Alright? I'm just letting you know now. Might even be 2 years, might be 8 months or something. They're going to come in and just go, all you WhatsApp dealers, bye bye. Yes, Ryan, lad. Miss T, sometimes it's best to just walk away. It's just a big stress ball. Why, what are you talking about while Stalker is talking? It's all he ever does. Who's the title of his topic? It's R&G. You know, I suppose it's good in a way. Why? Because he's promoting me on his platform. If he's got 100 people on his platform, 75 of them don't believe him. You know, it doesn't take people long to work out lying. It's quite simple. Well, you've got a cokehead coming on a come down, he's chatting shit. So he's got 500 people watching him, but 300 don't believe him. So when he's running his mouth off screaming, Darren G's this, Darren G's that, Darren G's this, Darren G's that, they're coming to look. And then they're going into my profile, and then they're seeing how I come across, and then they're seeing what I promote. They're seeing my attitude towards certain things, drugs, harming children, harming women, all that stuff. And they're just thinking to themselves, he's a horrible look at the things he's doing to that Darren, trying to write him off. I've just watched that Darren there for an hour, and everyone I speak to about Darren, he's found. So carry on. As I say, you behaving in that way, it's not exposing me. I can't be exposed. Everything I've ever done wrong is out there. It's been out for time. Every false allegation that you've invented, the same one today or yesterday or this part one expose, the content's 4 years old, you've recycled it. You're not coming with no new allegations. Them old allegations were disproven. I've got all the shit to disprove them again if I want to engage. If I want to engage. I'm not going to. You're latching on. You know when you go to the toilet and you've snapped a shit out and you wipe your ass and you get off, but then you've got a Klingon in your pubes. That's what he is. Klingon. He's just clinging on to me, mate. I'll get a shower, he'll be gone. Wake up tomorrow, he's clinging on again. Do you get what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do with a Klingon. You just got to let him cling on until he drops. You know, he's a weak motherfucker. Anyway, he's not going to cling on for long. He'll jump ship. Trust me. He's on live now. Couldn't give a fun live, but I'm not charging my people. You can sit in here for nothing and watch me and listen to me. You haven't got to buy a subscription to get in. I'm not money orientated, kid. If people are going to be kind, I appreciate it. I'm very grateful. But I'm not on here like he is charging people just to listen to what he's got to say. I'll go further. He's dragging this content that he's created. He's got a 3-minute video and he's made 10 videos out of it. That makes sense? Clickbaiting. Why didn't you just drop the expose in one show? Why is it part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4? Why are you dragging this on? Why don't you just get all the content and put it out there? I've seen it. I know what I'm expecting. But why do part? If you're a person and you're telling, I'm going to expose someone, why are you doing a part 1? Put it on the table. What are you exposing exactly? All I seem to be hearing is that you're just repeatedly replaying the same thing. You're just replaying the same thing and trying to make it. You're contacting other influencers. You're telling influencers to ring police. You're getting in touch with stinging groups telling them to move on me because I'm this wrong. And you're inventing something that no one's having. You're making yourself look like a stupid, which you are. No one's having what you're saying. They can see right through you. If they couldn't see right through you, they're seeing it now. Then most of them people that follow you aren't on drugs, mate. You've got some decent, kind-hearted people out there that only came onto you because of the dog. Nothing else. They came onto you because you had the dog. You haven't got the dog no more. You don't seem to have replaced it. Why, you've got your own gaff, you know, in the sunny place, top floor. You're flying. Why haven't you got a new dog, you dog lover? Oh, I didn't want to replace Faith. Oh, off, you fraud. Off, you fraud. There's a reason why you're doing part 1 today, part 1 tomorrow. Because if you haven't got me on your part 1, you've got no relevancy no more. No one wants to watch you. The only reason people are coming into you is because you're screaming my name now. You're running your mouth off to your people saying I'm screaming your name off. I'm jealous of you. I've been attacking you. Shut up, tell me. Everyone's looking right through you. Watch on Friday, tomorrow night. Watch on the weekend. If he's not got his drugs, he's got to do a rattle. So you're going to have something going on. Just watch him over the weekend. Watch what you're dealing with. And then come here and sit with us and have a buzz. Chill out. Decent conversation. He's just a fraud. Honestly, he's a Klingon. That's all he is, mate. He's a Klingon. That's his new name. Klingon. That's what I'm calling him from now on. The Klingon. He's just established a new nickname for him.